Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV, and I am joined
Gosh,
by Mitchell. As you may know who he is, he's on West Ham's Fan TV, and he's going to talk to me about today's game with West Ham's very shocking performance versus Leeds today, I must admit. First of all, Mitch, so when I invite people on, I'd like to ask how you're doing, mate, after that crap you see today. But how are you doing, mate?
really shit actually. I've had a pretty shit day. Feet are killing me from just standing up and just jumping about and just. To be honest, I was just absolutely shouting the entire game. To be honest,
Mm.
my throat started going towards the end. I was absolutely furious with a lot of the players today, mate. I'm not gonna lie. I've done my fan cam. After about 5 minutes, got removed because I said the op should be executed. And to
Bloody
be
hell.
fair, I take it back. That was a bit too far. To be fair, I said
Mm.
someone should push him off the bridge, or Moyes should execute him, which I get is slightly over top. And
Mm.
I didn't fully mean it. It was just one of those ones when spur of the moment, like not being funny, like when I go to the games and I pay good money to see this fucking donkey play. It infuriates me the way he's playing at the minute, and honestly, I just can't. I can't
I know
watch
he
him
was
play.
bad today, Mitch. I know he was bad today. Don't get me wrong. I agree with
Yeah,
you. Yeah, he was bad. But he weren't the only one. I will say that. There was fucking a few of them who was infuriated me today. Like,
mm.
I thought Kafal was all over the place today.
Oh, what a
Like,
fucking mess that gearhead. Honestly,
yeah,
it's
he
very
was
poor.
he was all over the place today, Kafal. And he's one of my most favourite players. And I thought last season he was magnificent, but I thought he was poor today. I thought Vlasic. I'm sorry, but when I keep seeing this with the Vlasic, like you love him, you hate him. Are you a Vlasic fan or not? Like you
He's the
saw,
most Marmot player at the club, isn't he? So
yeah,
an old bloke in front of me at the start of every game, he goes, "I
mm,
watched your fan cam. You're so negative." I will agree, but I will say Vlasic is fucking awful.
yeah, but it ain't being negative, is it, Mitch? It's being realistic, right? He's
Yeah,
the most expensive signing this summer, and he hasn't done nothing. Like, and then, but when it was Saeed Ben Rama, everyone was saying, "Oh, he's shit. He's no good. We need to sell him." Right? It's not Saeed's fault now because he ain't even in the country, right?
yeah.
So you can't. Right? People say, "Is he a scapegoat?" The thing is with Vlasic today, right? And we're going to get on to Moyes and all because I think Moyes deserves some criticism today, big time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is that he gets subbed off with Pablo Fornals when, let's be honest, Mitch, why the hell was Pablo Fornals subbed off, mate?
In all fairness, I don't think he had a great game. Obviously, he made the goal. And he done extremely well for the goal, but
Mm.
he's not a player. I think he grew into the game. Um, I don't think any forwards were great today, from being completely honest.
Mm.
I know we scored 2 goals, look, and you could say it wasn't the forward's fault. It wasn't, but I still wouldn't have put 4 nails off. You're right. Um, I think to keep bringing on Masuaku and Jarmolenko on every fucking game is a disgrace, mate. It's an absolute disgrace.
It's
They're
laughable,
not
though,
game
isn't it, Mitch?
changers. They're not game
Yeah,
changers.
but
What
Mitch,
winds me up is after the fucking game today, I went out and done my
yeah,
fan cam. Before I'd done my fan cam, I had stupid soppy cunts next to me who was saying
mm,
to me, "Oh, but you can't blame them. You can't. They're not game changers." I said, then why? Then why the fuck bring them on for 4 nails? Why not just keep 4 nails on? Because 4 nails has got more of a chance of making a difference than Yarmolenko or Masuaku. Because 4 nails didn't have a great game, but as
mm.
soon as he kicked into gear for that goal, he completely switched and like
I thought Fornals was. Listen, I agree with you partly on that, right? I thought
yeah,
first half he was hit and miss Fornals. He was
yeah,
all
yeah.
right in spells. Yeah, he
He wound me
weren't.
up a bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, right. In the first half, I won't sort of say he was amazing, but he weren't
Wasn't.
shambolic. Right.
Mm,
I thought second half when he come out, he was that first 15 minutes he come out, he looked on it. He
yeah,
did
I agree.
like,
I agree.
and when that ball come up, I was expecting Lanzini to be subbed. I really was. I was expecting Crowd to come on, and when he brings an Arthur for him, then I'm thinking he's going to change the system, and he puts Arthur as your left winger. It's, listen, we can criticise
Or
players
left
till the
wing
cows
back,
come on. We can
mate.
sit
As soon
here.
as I looked to the bench, and I saw him putting his fucking top on, and honestly, I thought, oh, where's the fucking bat 50 car? I'm gonna do this fucking geezer. Absolutely, honestly, I just
Oh dear, Mitch. I do love having you on, mate. I must admit, you're a passionate fan. But yeah. Thing is, though, Mitch, all of them today, right? Who stood out for you? Who performed well? For me, it's only one man. I thought Deck was
Rice.
excellent. Yeah.
This man is just a joke of footballer.
Mm,
Every single game, heads and shoulders above everyone. The
mm,
quality he has on the pitch is second to none. He is world class, and he's one of the best midfielders out there at the minute.
mm.
Um, I just feel so sorry for him because I just can't imagine being that good. Imagine
Yeah.
it's like Messi playing at playing for Everton, or do you know what I mean? It's just like
Mm,
just imagine these kind of players. Just as much as I want to keep Declan, I just
mm.
look at Rice. I just feel bad for him because he does deserve Champions League trophies and World Cup titles. He deserves everything. He deserves these titles
You ain't
because
gonna
he's
get it with
unbelievable.
you ain't gonna get it with Arthur as a wild
And it's
club.
not,
And
mate. Especially with the rotten fucking board, everything. There's some of the
mm,
players out there that
mm,
they haven't got a good footballing brain. A lot of them. Rice is so screwed on. He knows everything. He
yeah.
doesn't fuck up anything. He knows exactly what to do. The perfect timing. Everything is
Mm,
just perfect with Rice, and a lot of the players need to just learn from him, especially Kufau, who's having such a hot and cold season where he doesn't use his brain. Sometimes he sees Bowen, who's nowhere near getting him behind. He just goes, you know what? Nothing else is on, so fuck it. I'm just going to sway upfield. He
yeah.
doesn't use his brain. I'm like, you've just given it away. There was no good ball on there. Use your brain. If the
Mm,
pass ain't on, turn back and play it into midfield or defence. You don't have to smash it forward every time, Kufar. And he's so frustrating because in the week against Norwich, I thought he was very good. Him and Bowen on the right side. They had quite a lot of space, to be fair, which did
mm.
help. But I thought when they played down at right together, I thought they were very good. So, however, today, in tight space and under pressure, fucking got on the line again, got on the gear, and he couldn't play a single pass forward.
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, right, I understand what you're saying here with him. He's the one who really disappointed me. I can't even speak about
He's
this stuff.
he's so
Yeah,
cold at the moment. I just
um, Cafal did disappoint me the most. Out of all of them, I know Diop was bad, but he's one of my favourite players, Cafal. And ever since he's come here, he's been like a breath of fresh air. But today, he was just all over the place, mate. All over the place. And I'm like, he can't string a pass together. The only decent thing he done today, he had a great shot
mm.
that keeper saved. It was offside. And I was like, madness. Let's get into this
Would you
chat,
play
mate.
Johnson? Sorry,
I
mate. Would
think
you play
I
Johnson
think
this
John
game?
I think Johnson. I think it's harsh to drop Johnson. I think Johnson was playing his best football at West Ham, and all of a
I
sudden he's
think he
dropped
offers
again.
much more composure on the ball. And
Mm,
even though he's not quite experienced and he may get caught out slightly more times than, say, someone like Sufal, at
mm,
least I think going forward and even in possession, I do think Ben Johnson's a lot better because he
yeah,
doesn't do those random hoofballs
yeah,
and his
I agree,
passing is
mate.
better.
I agree.
Oh, would you start
Um,
him next game then? Yeah,
he has to, mate. I think.
I'd
Do you know
agree.
what
I'd
I,
agree.
mean? I think the whole defence needs to be reshaped. I think
But
he goes
really,
free at
though,
the
will
back.
Moyes be that proactive enough and do it?
No,
I
I
can't
think he
see it.
goes. I think he goes free at the back, mate. On
Yeah,
Saturday, if you want me to be honest, yeah, I think he'll play. I think Arthur will play at left wing back, so we've got to be prepared for that.
I don't
Jezza
get
said,
why there's no. And this sorry, mate, just to butt in again.
mm,
It infuriates me that people still think that some academy players shouldn't be getting any minutes at all. I think Longello has to be within a shout to make some kind of appearances. I don't get why
mm,
Masuaku's coming on over someone like Longello. I think you don't fuck a player's confidence. That's fair enough. A young player's confidence by starting him. Fair enough.
mm,
Then get some minutes. Get the boy some minutes. Integrate him the way we done with Declan Rice, where we used to bring him on as a sub in the last 10 minutes of games, see what it was all about, and we saw that he was good. So we thought, fuck it, let's try this boy out, give him more minutes on sub as a substitute, and then start
mm,
playing him in first team games and cup games. Longello, he was exceptional in that one game he played for us in Europa League, and he's not getting a single sniff. It infuriates me. And Jermaine Defoe done a transfer talk show during the week, and I was listening to it. Very interesting. He talks about Moyes as well, about his time at Rangers. Sorry, about his time at Sunderland. He said is a fantastic manager and a great player management manager with the experienced players and the first team players. And he didn't say anything about the youth players, which I found was quite interesting.
Thing is, mate, me and you've had this debate before I move on to the chat. Me and you've had this debate about should the youngsters come in. I'll make you right there. Like, are you telling me that Elise couldn't have done a better job than Diop today?
Oh, that man! Why is he not? I said
Yeah.
we spoke about it the other week, didn't we? About him starting the FA Cup. If he's going to start him in the FA Cup game, see what he's all about. Leeds had a very weakened team that game, and they did. They played shit. Let's could have started that game, see what he's all about, integrate him into the first team slowly, see what he's all about, see if he can cope with the pressures of first team football in the senior team. But no, let's just fucking start that fucking cunt. Oh,
chill out, mate. Chill out for a second. Let's go into this chat. Jazza says, "Oh dear, folks, one of the worst losses of the season today, possibly worse than both Southampton and Arsenal." I agree with that. Even Man United to a point. It's up there with Man United at home at the start of the season.
Fucking take it. We crumbled. As soon as they came to us, like, it was like a fucking apple crumble. They poured the custard over us and we just fucking disintegrated.
And it says, apart from Fornells and Rice, everyone was poor. A mixture of tactical and individual errors cost us the game. Also missed Souček badly to stop the transition. We looked at ourselves.
I don't know about Souček though, mate. If I'm being honest, I don't know. I can't see what different Souček would have had. Maybe a bit more physical presence in midfield, but I don't know if we would have. Like, I just can't see it. I can't see us missing Souček in that game. To be honest, mate.
I think he was missed though, a little bit, mate. Even in the air, like that corner. When the West Ham ever concede a goal from a corner, ridiculous, isn't it? Or set piece.
But mate, Cresswell, and I love Cresswell. Well, actually, no, I don't love Cresswell. I think he's a good left back. Like I said at the start of the season, I think people do forget that just because he's better than Masuaku at defending doesn't mean he's great at defending.
I'll make you 100% right there. That's a great. That is comment of the night, because I agree with that 100%, and I've had that debate many a times. Yeah, he's a very good left back, Cresswell. Very good, right to a point. But there is better left backs than Cresswell out there. Yeah, I mean, even today, he proved it with Rafinha. I had this fear all week with this, Mitch. I thought if Rafinha goes up against him, he will tear him a new one. And yet again, it was the same old thing again, wasn't it? But you are bang on there, mate. You are bang on.
For the first goal, ball over top, and because he lacks a lot of pace because of his age.
He's a good left back, Cresswell, but he's not.
He's tidy at keeping it very simple. He's tidy at putting those crosses in. But he's nothing special. He's just because he's the best left back, as I said, just because he's the best left back at the club doesn't necessarily mean he's great.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't know how Rice didn't explode at the likes of Diop and Vlasic, a true professional. Yeah, he's got a point. Jones says, Mitch, are you missing Souček yet? I think that's a no.
No, mate, I really can't. I don't even want to talk about Souček. That's enough. This game's enough for me.
It's enough. Leeds were brilliant. They attacked the channel so well, which meant our centre backs were getting dragged wide, leaving the others exposed. In the second half, we pressed higher to stop the source. I agree.
It's one of those games where they lacked quality.
Mitch has such a football brain. Get him as team coach. 100% agree. Whatever some of that. You know what I mean? Chat, how would you shuffle things for Manchester United? I think we need a lot more, really. Like, we need to sign some poxy players. Like Mitch, before I move on to the other questions in the chat, the thing is, why are we not signing no players, mate, when we know that we've got two defenders who really ain't mustard? We've got a striker that is in and out of form like the weather. Like, 1 minute he's good, 1 minute he's great, 1 minute he's awful. In Antonio,
I've heard a stat he gave the ball 29 times today. That fucking donkey that was spent more time on his arse and falling over.
He did fall over a lot today, I must admit. I agree with you 100%.
I think he might have won a foul once for all the times he tried looking for the foul. Like, he's a big fucking He's a big boy. Get stand your ground, mate. It really does wind me up.
Do you know
And as you
what?
say,
He was
yeah,
lucky, though, Mitch, to not get sent off. No one
I was that
forgets that.
tackle.
That
Was that
tackle was
tackle?
that. And I'll tell you
Disgusting.
what, right?
Disgusting.
He
It
missed
really
time.
wound me
Missed
up.
time. I'll tell you what. I'm
The
watching the
first
game
half.
here. Yeah, I'm watching the game here. I'm sitting here and I'm seeing him running around like a nutcase, right? Like an absolute lunatic, right?
Mm.
And then he miscontrols a ball and he goes diving. He goes diving for the ball. And I'm going, no, 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 right? And then he brings the player down. Now, if that player, that was right in front of Mike Dean, and Mike Dean's one of the worst referees for giving red cards. We all know it. Gives him the opportunity to book him. And he's lucky, right? He's lucky because that could, right? If that's a bit higher, if his foot's up, he's off.
Yeah, I haven't seen
It's
a
just
replay, to be fair. I mean, at the time, I
shocking,
thought
mate.
that's a dirty tackle, and I thought, I mean, to be fair, I didn't think it was a red, but if I see it again, then maybe you might change my mind. I knew it was a tackle. I thought, yeah,
Mm,
it's a yellow card. I said, just give him a fucking yellow. Um, yeah, but Mark Dean was bad staying over, wasn't he?
mm. Yeah, he was. He
Even,
was to the point. Mm,
even for them, like for example, there was a time where Yarmolenko blatantly kicked the ball out, and it should have been a corner to them. And Yarmolenko's right in front of me, and he's put his hands in his face like, oh no, I fucked it up. Mike Dean's standing there, this
mm.
and goes, goal kick.
Shocking, mate.
Wait,
Shocking. Do you know what I mean?
talk about
It's hard.
transfers.
It's a hard one, mate. I'm lost for words really today. Ain't you though, Mitch? In a way, because we've turned
Yeah, I'm
up
gutted.
here, and deep
Well,
down we should,
United dropped points as well.
yeah. And Man United are poor at present. And the problem is with Manchester United, they won't be poor forever. That's the problem. Like they will
Mm.
do one or two games like this, but they will go and beat you the likes of Leeds at home or away and sweep these teams aside, these lower ranked teams. Let's talk about
Are you
Moyes.
confident for the game next week? Because I'm not now.
No, no, not
I
now,
said
mate.
before the game on Jazz's channel, the Irons,
Yeah,
West Ham
yeah.
Irons, there's this bloke with me. He said, I will do Man United next week. I said, I really don't think we will. He went, oh, you've got to
No.
be joking. Did you watch him last night? And I went, mate, honestly, it doesn't matter. Man United, Man United, and Old
Have
Trafford
you
is Old
watched us
Trafford.
today?
Uh,
That's what I would have said.
no, but it was before the game, though. It was before the game.
Yeah.
So I get about the confidence that we've got. I still think that we haven't been playing great recently. You've got to remember the two cunts we've got at the back, especially the main one, the fucking silly. He's like strictly come dancing half the time with his feet when the ball comes at him. I said, did you see them two? You've got to remember, Man United are a massive bogey team against us. Even at the start of the season when they were going through a rough patch, and we would at the top of our game, we still lost to them at home. So we're going to Old Trafford now. I really can't see a result here. Sorry to interrupt you, James. Sorry, what you're saying there.
No, I agree, mate. I agree. When people are saying, "Oh, did you see him last night? Did you see us today?" Guess shit we were today, and this is against Leeds. Right.
And that was a quality Villa performance last night. I know they obviously only got the point, but Man United stole those two goals. They literally just nicked them.
Yeah.
And I thought Villa would buy. Did you watch the game?
I thought Villa. I watched the whole game from start to finish, mate.
They moved the ball so well, and I thought.
I think
the thing is, they've got different styles of play. They don't just play it down the wing all the time, which I thought we've done way too much today anyway. They mix up the play, and I still think that's something that we really lack. I think we do need to mix up the play, and we need to go
some
down
signings
the
at his
centre
club,
more.
though, Mitch. Mitch, like I do, like, and I've listened. I watched the fan cams on West Ham Fan TV, and Nicky Hawkins is bang on, mate. Right, as one man, I tell you what, I respect that geezer greatly. Yeah, because he says it how it is. Right, he's
Yeah,
a
I love
top lad.
Nicky.
Right,
Nicky's great.
He's top drawer. He said, right, and this is what he said. Basically, we all know that we're short of defenders. Now, if this game would have been in December and we'd have lost this game, we can go, you know what, we'll wait till January and we'll reassess it. Right? It's now January, what, the 15th, 16th of January? Yeah. Right, so we're in the middle of January and we still haven't signed a player. Right? And we need players.
There's no even serious talks. Like, not even signings, there's no serious talks. And it's not even that. It's just the fact that we, of all teams in the league, probably us and Newcastle are the two teams really that need signings the most.
It's all about
Newcastle
ambition,
need it
mate.
for the reason of relegation, and the fact that Moyes apparently still has only just decided about his transfer targets a few weeks, mate.
Mm.
Like, I get blaming all the board and that, and I get that, and I do blame the board for the lack of funds in this club when we at this fucking fishbowl of a stadium
I don't know
every
though,
week.
Mitch. I don't know, right? I'm going to say this for the board, right? If there is
Yeah.
money there and he's stalling, then it's all on Moyes, isn't it? Surely.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I was going to come on to about.
Mm.
I said so we can blame the board for the lack of funds, and I get that. But in this current market, I feel that the the blame has to go on Moyes a lot because he does love stalling his transfer targets. Now, if you look back at all the other transfer windows,
Mm.
well, there wasn't an urgent need to make signings really in the summer. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's the start of obviously in the summer it was the start of the season anyway. All our players were fresh. We wasn't in urgent need of signings, and obviously we
Mm.
got results. That's fair. At a point where we need signs bang on at the start of this window, the most out of any period, and he still hasn't drawn up the shortlist,
Mm.
and we're still not in serious talks with any players apparently. When we honestly, if I'm being
Do you know
realistic,
what?
we do need 3 or 4 signings, mate.
Yeah. Do you know what makes me laugh the most, right? And this is what makes me laugh about West Ham United Football Club as a whole.
Mm,
Right? I love this club to death, right? And when I
mm,
look at us, right, when we're fighting relegation and we're trying to survive to stay in the league, it's funny how we can go out and get players to come in, isn't it? All of a sudden,
yeah, yeah.
like we can get these players to come in and save our skin, like we did Suchek and Bowen 2 years ago in January, right? But all of a sudden now we haven't. We're doing so well and we're fourth in the league and we're massive and all that, which we are. We are massive, right? We can't find a player on this planet.
Mm.
We can't find a left back. We can't find a centre half. We can't find a
Look,
striker.
look, James, me and you know there's players out there.
Mm. Of course
We
there
know
is.
that.
Of course there
And
is,
look,
mate.
how quick is it for Villa to literally? They went to market straight away. They didn't need signings, but they got the fucking signings in. They saw Digne and Coutinho. Granted, they've got a much higher budget than us with their owners, fair enough.
Mm.
But they didn't fuck about. They saw 2 players and they got them straight away. It's no bollocks about, oh, this signing might not be right. There's enough players. There are players out there. We need a player. It's not about finding the best player
Yeah,
because
but
I
you've
get
got to
that.
look at it though, Mitch. You've got to look at this, right? And you've got
Mm,
to say to yourself, we've got a bench full of right backs. We've got 2 right backs on our bench. We've got a central midfielder who don't ever play for in a West Ham shirt and Alex Crowell, who basically looks like his loan's going to be teared up and he's going back to Spartak Moscow.
feel
And we've
for
got
that, yeah.
right? We've got Yarmolenko's on 115 bags a week, right? We've got Arthur Mazuaku, who's just been here so long, like nothing changes. And we've got a load of youngsters, right? This is not the structure of a top 4 club fighting for top 4. And when people say, "Don't worry, we're still fourth in the league," right? Stop saying that because we sound
That
like Spurs
infuriates
fans,
me. That's so
yeah,
annoying, mate. That really
right?
winds me up to hear that.
Or don't worry, we're fifth, right? Oh, at least we're not fighting relegation, right? And I will say it to them people right now, right? Whoever watches this video, yeah. 6 years ago, we left Upton Park to go to the London Stadium. Let's remember that we left for a purpose. The purpose is to be a top established club in the Premier League, right? If we're not going to be that, what was the point leaving Upton Park, right? And at
Bang
the
on,
end of the
mate.
day,
Bang on.
right, when we left Upton Park, we had a better squad than what we've got now. Like, do you know what I mean? When you look at our first team, right, we've got
Squad
an
depth
aging,
wise, 100%. Yeah.
right, we've got an aging squad, right. We've got players who don't really want to be here, really. Do you know what I mean? And we're just filtering it out with youngsters and other players. It's not acceptable. And if you accept that as a fan, right, no disrespect to anyone, and I don't want anyone to take this to heart, but you need to look at yourselves because I'm not going to accept that. I want us to progress as a club to be fighting these big teams, right? Forget the money because if Leicester City can do it, West Ham United can do it. Do you know what I mean? So let's get that sort of crystal clear. Do you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
James, like you're so bang on the money with everything you just said there. And it infuriates me. Like when I do my fan cam, yeah, and I'm not naming any names, other people who aren't, mate, as maybe I don't know, don't want to sound like like a cocky cunt or
broken.
anything,
Mm,
but there's a lot of people that come on and just they try to be as positive as possible. And in the comments, everyone's saying, "Oh, this boy's got a really good head on his shoulders. He speaks really well." Um, but they just see all the positives, and I feel like that's all people want to hear. Positives. Oh, we did do this today. We did do this. We did do that. I don't want to hear positives. The positives ain't going to help the fucking team. I want to talk about the negatives the most
Yeah.
because that's how we're going to improve. If you would just say, oh, if you came on and just said, okay, Rice was exceptional today, he's world class, and end it there. Oh my God, this bloke's talk so much sense. How about you talk about the real problems at the fucking club, like people like Diop?
Something what Gordon Ramsay once said, right? He might have all the restaurants all over the world. He don't hear about the positive comments. He wants to know the negatives. That's the first
Gordon
thing he
Ramsay,
hears. Yeah,
he's a hero of mine.
yeah. He wants to know, well, if there's any problems, right? And we have got problems. Going back to West Ham, we have got problems at this club. Like, there's no two ways about it. We've all known that we need a centre half at this club, right? We all know that Craig Dawson is doing the best he can, right? But this ain't going to last forever with him, right? And he's not great, yeah? Issa Diop, I've tried to back him up. It's an hard one with me because I have tried to back Issa up over the last 3 months. I said, give him a chance, give him a go, but my patience has gone with him. It really has. It's like, it's gone. It's like this geezer needs to be sent back to France or sent out on loan somewhere. Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand it with him. I really don't. I'm disappointed in Issa because this is his moment to shine with no Zuma and a Bonner, and he's just let it go.
Oh, he's fucked it big time.
Right,
big
he's just
time.
let it go. And you are right because when I'm watching it today, it might be a bit different if you're in the stadium. But Issa's controlling the ball was all over the place. He's using his wrong foot to control the ball. His passing was all over the gaff. His awareness
He
was
was
all over
so
the
scared,
gaff.
wasn't he?
Yeah,
Scared. He was a scared
he's
little
like
boy.
he's like a rabbit in headlights. But I don't want to make this all about Issa because there was other players today who didn't do a lot. Like Antonio didn't really do much, in my opinion. I think.
Well, we know the situation with him anyway.
Yeah, but even he's asking for a striker. So let me do this, Mitch, with you. I'm going to do a little mini player ratings. I just want you to give me your basically your thoughts on quick fire thoughts before we wrap up, mate. So I'm going to start off with him. Give me a rating for Fab, mate.
I'll give him a 5. Let him 3 goals. I know. Ooh, 5, 5, 5. Yeah, I thought he was majorly at fault for the third goal. I get the defence should do better and the setup and the fact that Vlasic gave the ball away. However, you either stay on your line or you come out. And I think top keepers, they claim that straight away or they make it a lot more difficult. I think he took way too long to come out of his goal. And I said that at the time. Funny enough, I watched the replay when you got home, and you can see me just behind, because I sit just behind the corner flag. You can see me going, Fabianski, fucking go! And he didn't, and I absolutely lost it. Just before it cut, you could see me going, ah! But I was absolutely furious. And for that, obviously, if he saves that, it's a 2-2, and we get the point. So I think he could have done a lot better there. It may be asked to be a 5, to be honest, but he did concede 3 goals. He was at fault for the goal. And I don't give a fuck today, to be honest, mate. I'm giving him 5.
5 it is. Moving on to this man. What's your thoughts?
I think 5 again. Maybe a 6. Nah, why 6? What am I about? I'm going to give that man a 5. His passing all game long was shocking. I thought he started the game a lot worse, to be fair. Probably started off at like a 4 and maybe finished the game playing at like a 6 because he was slightly better as the game went on. But that first half performance was just shambolic for me. Again, left his marker, Jack Harrison, unmarked, just in absolute no man's land in the back post. Just left him open, didn't give a fuck for the first goal. So I'm going to give Soufal a 5.
Moving on to Cresswell, mate.
Cresswell at fault for 2 of the goals. Got beat for the first one due to his lack of pace. Now, I don't want to, it's hard. Maybe it sounds harsh to blame a player because they don't have the pace, but pace is a major important part of football. And unfortunately, I think a lot quicker left backs playing that ball fairly easily and bring us forward. However, he got caught out, and as a result, we conceded the goal. I thought first half he was very bad. It weren't too bad in the end, and obviously he got the assist for the first goal as well. He was at fault for 2 of the goals, and the second goal again, he let Jack Harrison just run past him at the back post, completely lost his man. He was supposed to be marking the back post runner, and Jack Harrison got him behind. and I didn't know it was at the time, and I looked back at the replays on Twitter at half time, and yeah, it was clearly Cresswell's fault. 5 or 6, tough one. I don't want to put too much blame on him because he got the assist as well. I think a 6 for me for Cresswell.
6 out of 10. Issa Diop.
Yep.
What do you reckon? Try and be calm when you do this one.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a 2. I think yeah, 2, a nice little 2.
2
Just
out of 10.
because he's a West Ham player. Yeah, I'll give him a 2.
Right, we'll move on from him to Craig Dawson.
Craig Dawson, Craigo. Obviously, I think he was probably maybe the best defensively out of the lot. Still a bit calamitous, but I thought did put some decent tackles in the game. Got stuck in. He wasn't too bad actually, to be fair. Like even though we conceded 3 goals, maybe 4 with the offside thing. I forgot about that. I actually forgot about that about Diop as well. How he got spun for the fucking 4th goal. Which he got lucky. Dawson. 5 or 6. What should I give him? I'm going 5.
5 for Dawson. Moving on to Declan Rice.
Declan Rice. It's hard to give a losing player a high rating. However, I do think he was probably the best player on the pitch, even though we did lose the entire pitch.
By a country mile, mate.
Just an exceptional player. For me, he's borderline between 8 and 7. I'm trying to think now in terms of like, if maybe like a journalist was making this, they'd probably give him like a 7. However, I'm trying to think his actual performance. I'm trying to base this purely on his performance. Then again, I wasn't basing it with Fabianski. It's a 7 or 8. It's a tough one. I think an 8. I just love the bloke. And he was a 40. You know what? It's got to be an 8. It was a faultless performance, really, mate. I'm giving him an 8.
I agree with you on that as it goes. Right, I'm going to do my player ratings in an hour's time. But I do agree with you on that one. 100%. I think he's the best player on the pitch by a country mile.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to this man, Manuel Lanzini.
I thought he could do a job in a deeper role. And unfortunately, he struggled today. He struggled with the physical presence of the pressure that Leeds kept imposing on us. Still, as they pressured Lanzini, unfortunately, he's only a little bloke and he's very skinny. So he did struggle, I think. And I would have liked him a bit further forward today, as he's playing very well there recently. I do think he struggled, and it's not necessarily his fault because he's playing that deeper role. Had some good bits of play, but again, physically just got a bit outdone in midfield today. Again, it's a toss up between 5 or 6. Probably a 5, mate. Wasn't impressed with him at all too much today. 5 or 6. It's tough on that. I'll give 5 just.
5. Moving on to this man. Got sub 60th minute.
Tough one. This one again, tough one. I thought it was alright, but didn't really do anything special. I thought he held the ball up very well today. Used his body well. But again, didn't really use that to great effect. Even though he held it well, he didn't necessarily spin in and getting behind and make any real threat like players like Bowen and Benrahma do. And my thing with Vlasic is he's doing well and he's a good team player. He just ain't. He doesn't keep me on the edge of my seat like Benrahma and Bowen do. And I'm just waiting for that bit. And to be fair, Fornals don't really. But then today he scored an excellent little solo goal. So
I think Fornals has got the work rate, don't he?
It does.
That's what
it does.
Is.
So I'm just waiting for Vlasic, and will that come? Let's see. I still don't agree with that signing, especially with the price. Look, he's an all right player. He's all right. He's just not a bad attacking player. He's he's just a squad player for me. He ain't a guaranteed starter for where we want to be. I don't think he should be starting in the future, especially next season. If we really want to challenge top 6, top 4 every season, I think he's probably out of FA Cup, maybe like Europa League kind of player for us. He's not bad. He's all right. Today, obviously, I fought for the goal as well. Majorly at fault. Very poor from him, to be fair. And you can't be, as we pass it through, you can't be giving it away in that position where we know that we're so open at the back because we're keeping players bombing forward. For me, probably tough, purely for the fact that he gave away the ball for the goal. I mean, with 5.
5 out of 10 for Passage. Moving on to Pablo Fornals. Got subbed.
Interesting one. I didn't think he started the game too great. Done much better. As soon as the second half whistle was blown, bang, he was on it and done excellent for our goal that he done. Our second goal, I thought he done very well for that. To be fair to him, took it very well, and that was a very good finish. Besides from that, didn't think he had too much effect on the game. Thought he done it right. Had decent work rate yet again. I say first half went great. Overall, probably give Fornals a 6. I think, mate.
I agree. Jared Bowen scored a goal today. Should have had another one.
Bowen, you know what? Weird one. He should have had another one. Yeah. Took his first goal very well with the header. He's doing all right with his head at the moment. I've noticed. Probably doing all right with his head at home as well with Danny Dyer. But today he didn't do well. I don't think. I think his overall play wasn't great, and I'll give Bowen all the praise in the world when he plays well. However, I will not give him praise when he doesn't play well, and that goes for every player. I like to be at the same level with every player. I may have players I prefer, but to keep it real. I thought Bowen's passing today was very poor. I thought he gave the ball away too many times. And it's unlike Bowen, to be fair. He's usually a lot sharper. Who I didn't think he had a great impact on the game, like he usually does. Did take his goal well, but he should have had another one. And I think all the other forwards actually scored that, if I'm being honest. It's a shame that he was in that position. And again, it's down to his 50-50 end product. It's still not quite there. But he does his little things in and around the box. Yes, he's getting a lot of goal contributions at the moment, which is great. But it's just these little things. He just needs to smoothen out for me, for him to pick up another level, for him to really hit that level that I think he can do. For me, again, another one with 6 or 5. All these players, it's a very similar team performance today where no one was good enough, really. 6 or 5, tough one for me, mate. Just purely for the fact he scored a goal, probably a 6.
6 out of 10. This man, Mikel Antonio.
Tom Daly for the stay he was. Gave the ball away 29 times, apparently. Don't quote me on that one, but I saw that on Twitter earlier. And if that is true, that's a fucking disgrace. I thought he gave the ball away way too many times today. And it reminded me of that little spell Antonio had during that November-December period where he was shocking. He has been slightly better recently, granted, which is decent to see. Still not the Antonio of the start of the season, who was on fire and had a better first touch and wasn't falling on his fucking arse all the time, mate. And it infuriates me why he's doing this. I don't know why he keeps falling over, looking for fouls all the time. I get it. Defenders are pulling you, but pull them then. If you're you're twice as strong as all these defenders, mate, you need to be more aggressive. He's got the strength, but he's not aggressive, Antonio. A bit like how Hala was. Look at bastards like Anatovic and Diego Costa. They would not have it. They would not fall in their arse all the time like that. They would go, get the fuck off me and nudge them out of the way and go through. I'd like Antonio can do that. I'd like him to be more aggressive.
He's lucky to be on the pitch though, mate.
And he's lucky to be on the pitch as well. I would like to see that back, and I'm going to check that after the.
What's your match of the day? I want match of the days on now. I've got it right in front of me, and I'll just see it about.
I'll probably 10 minutes ago. Watch that in the morning.
Yeah, so check that out. Give me a rating for him, Mitch.
Sorry, Antonio. He got the assist for Pablo Fornals' goal, didn't he?
Well, it was like a ball up, but it was like a sort of like a miscue, but it fell to Fornals, and Fornals done the rest. So if you want to call that an assist, then yeah.
5 or 6, 5.
5 out of 10. Let's start off with Sonny Perkins, mate. I haven't got him on the banner, but he come on, didn't really do nothing, did he? Like, he didn't have a chance, really.
Nah, and like, I don't know if there's a future of him at West Ham. I could be very harsh, but I think nowadays there's so many strikers that we have, and I'm trying to be as realistic as possible that we say he could be the next superstar. It happens all the time with Samuelson, Nathan Holland, Tony Martinez.
Yeah.
Odubeko, and I thought Odubeko was going to be the one, but again, he's not even getting inside the Huddersfield team, even on the bench, and he's come
I've got.
back.
I'm going to do a show in a week, and I've got a brilliant question from me about our
Okay,
youngsters, and so I'll leave that for another time.
right, sweet.
Give us a rating for Perkins, mate, for what he done, which wasn't a
Um,
lot.
4, mate.
Four,
I think.
4 out of 10. Move on to this man, Arthur Mazuaku, comes on for Vlasic.
Uh, Looked fairly bright. Again, his crossing wasn't great.
Hmm.
Um,
He's not good enough, though, is he, mate? Like when something, I just spoke to someone, and I make him 100% right on what they said. Do you keep Vlasic on the pitch when or would you rather have Mazuaku on the pitch?
well, look, we know. I know what I think every West Ham fan would do.
Yeah. Now
I
I
don't.
understand that.
I keep
I
saying it.
understand, but it comes back
Masuaku's
to
got
Moyes.
Masuaku. I think he's sucking David Moyes off or something. Or I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Masuaku. And, they've
Give
got
me a
like
rating.
they've got
Give
some
me a rating for
sexual
Maz.
behind the scenes relationship going on or something. And they have been since like that 17-18 season where Moyes was back here.
Give me a rating for Maz.
4.
4. Yeah, I'm with you there, mate. And finally, this man, Andre Yarmolenko, 115 bags a week, cash.
If I'm
Um,
being honest, I cannot stand the bloke, but I don't think he was terrible today.
I
Had a
agree.
shocking challenge. Had a shocking challenge,
Mm,
which he done, which was a bad
mm.
tackle. But I don't think it was that bad.
No,
It,
he wasn't that bad today. He had a shot. He should, if Bowen's not
Unlucky shot.
offside,
Wasn't too bad.
if Bowen's not offside, that's a goal, and he scores it. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I agree with you on this one. I don't think he was all right. I think it's easy to dig him out. Don't get me wrong; he shouldn't be here, right?
exactly. And you're bang
And I
on.
don't want him. I don't want him at West Ham, but don't dig him out for the sake of digging him out because he's Andre Yarmolenko.
Mm.
So yeah, I agree with you on this one, mate. So give me a rating for him, Mitch. What do you think?
Thing is, if he was on a bit longer, I probably would give him a 5. But I don't think he was on long enough to get a 5.
Mm,
He's a good 4. Like he's better. He's a better 4 than Masuaku and Perkins. Could even
mm,
give could even give Perkins a 3. To be fair,
yeah,
because he'd done nothing. If I'm being honest, he actually done nothing. Um, so yeah, I'd give Yarmolenko a good 4.
yeah,
And
yeah. I'll save mine for later, but I'm sort of in that sort of ballpark with you, mate. 100%. Finally, we'll get down to the last two for Mitch. We'll start off with this man, the ref, which was what do you think?
especially it's one of those games where I was really focusing on players because I really wasn't happening. So
Mm,
I mean, wasn't happy with our performance overall, um, especially with that cunt at the back.
yeah.
His name is Issa Diop. I was mainly focusing on the players. I didn't really pay too much attention to Mike Dean. Everyone around me was going, Mike Dean, you can't. And I get that. And I get Mike Dean, he's a shocking referee, and I still don't think he should be
Mm,
refereeing in Premier League football. But I don't think he was terrible today. Like, obviously, he's not a good referee. Maybe you gave things that were quite harsh on either side. I'd like to see their fourth goal back again because on VAR, because obviously I don't have a clue what that was all about. They showed a replay in the stadium, but that was
mm.
very unclear.
Basically, if
Oh, the
it
play on
don't
the goal.
hit, if it don't hit the Leeds player on the line, it's a
Mm.
goal.
Oh, did it actually
So
hit him then? Yeah.
it actually hit him, yeah,
Oh, fair
and
enough. All
he
right,
was
fair
offside.
enough. Okay, that's fair enough then. So probably a 4 or 5 is one of them ones. I think 5 average. Mike Dean,
Yeah,
5 or 6. 5, yeah, 5.
5. And finally, this is going to be an interesting one. This man, David Moyes.
Mm. That I love him and I love the way he's got us. But I say it every week. This man needs to be more proactive. And I feel like, and I'm not a professional manager, but I feel like if he'd done what I said and played Ellis or Baptiste in that fucking cup game, see what they're all about, give one of them a chance. just to prove themselves and partner Dawson for the next 3 games after that, which it would have been. See how they do and potentially push them on to a very good level. Because I think they are two of our brightest players in the academy. Them two,
I
Aless
do
and
agree with you on
Baptiste.
that. I didn't agree with you last week, but I'm sitting here a week on. Like I said to you, we'll see in a week's time,
Mm.
and I agree that was Issa could Elise or Baptiste done any worse than Diop today? The answer to that
To me,
is
is yeah. Well,
no.
we know that. Like the thing
You
is,
know what
we've
I mean?
seen that Aless and Baptiste, especially Baptiste, is very calm on the ball. Diop is he's just a nightmare. He gets so scared.
Yeah.
It's like Moyes is just going, "Boo! I'm gonna kill you" or something at half time. Um, Moyes today, well, look, for the fact that Diop is still starting for our team, and the
Mm.
fact that he wasn't proactive enough to get Baptiste or Aless further in the line, or even started him in the other cup games before that, in the other Carabao Cup games or other Europa League games, I would have started him in maybe. Diop has got no future at this club. He's got no future at this club. And
Mm.
I don't want to see him start again for our club, not even in cup games, to be honest, mate. I'd rather see the youth in cup games now. He's absolutely finished for me. And now it looks like Zuma's going to be back for next Saturday as well. Happy fucking days. Get that cunt out the fucking door now. 10 million I'd even take for him now. I just want him gone. Because if we keep
Mm.
delaying it, keep delaying the sale, a year and a half ago, I was talking with West Ham fans that said I was delusional for saying we should sell Diop as soon as we can to Spurs, who I got so much stick for. I said for 60 million because they were the only team that was interested. And they said, "Oh, Spurs are interested in 60 million pound Diop."
Mm.
I said I'd even take 50 million, and I got so much stick for that. Fucking hell, look at that now. It's embarrassing, mate.
Give me a rating for
Honestly,
Moyes, mate.
he's going to keep going down. Diop's got to go. Moyes, substitutions are wrong today. Shouldn't have brought
Mm.
on Yarmolenko or Masuaku. If you're going to bring on subs, which I wouldn't have done because I think the players should have won it themselves, and there's no good game changers on that bench. If you're
Well,
going to bring on anyone,
there is
maybe
one,
Longello.
there is one player on that bench who never gets
Crow?
a game.
Oh, Crow, yeah.
Okay, Flex. Okay, Flex. That's
Okaflex. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're bang on, mate. You're bang on,
right.
Okaflex.
Right.
Why not bring on that boy over that Ukrainian fucker? I don't get it. We've not seen what he's done the first team, so why not give him a shot? Yarmolenko ain't going to do
Do you know
fucking
what,
anything, is he?
Mitch, right? I understand what you're saying. Listen, I know you're passionate, and I understand the passion in you because I was young once, and I understand it. But when I look at
You've still got
Moyes,
passion in you, James.
I've got a lot of passion in me, mate, and I've, I've had a lot of passion over the years watching West Ham, right, from relegation to promotion, everything. But when I look at us now, we don't look like a team who's fighting for top four. We look like a team that's just sort of blagging it. We're
It's
blagging
such
it.
a strange season. Like the way we're
Yeah.
playing, we are really scraping this position. How are we in this position? I
Are
don't know.
we playing? Are we? Right, listen, the table don't lie, but we
Yeah.
are fourth. Yeah, but are we playing well and other teams are playing worse than us? Right, because today,
I,
like,
I,
it just that reminded me of West Ham of old, Mitch. That did. Watching that game
mm,
was like watching West Ham two and a half, 3 years ago under Pellegrini,
yeah.
all over the gaff. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't score a goal, couldn't pass, couldn't defend. Yeah, it's just
Very
shambolic.
one-dimensional. And
Mm,
they were pinned back, Leeds, in the end of the second
mm,
half, we had no ideas. We just kept crossing it, and it was so like, who we pass to? Let's find the pass. When you go to top teams and you look at the top 4 teams like Chelsea, City, the way they pass the ball about, they don't rush
mm,
anything. They don't just hope for the ball in the box if they've got nothing on. They try and dictate a bit of play. They try and find overlapping runs. They play into the
mm,
middle, look around, see what's the best option, have a shot every now and then from the edge of the box. You don't really have them, to be honest, mate. And
mm.
it's all just about hitting it to the wings and crossing it in, hope for the best.
He's got a big week, Moyes. Give me a rating before we
Massive.
wrap it up, Mitch.
I would give Moyes today for the fact that we did crumble under pressure today, and the setup maybe could have gone to a back five. For the fact we crumbled, someone said, I don't know about that. Uh, is he to blame for those players' performances today? Not necessarily fully. So again, it's another 5 or 6. For the fact we lost, I think probably a 5 for Moyes today.
5 for David Moyes. I'll be honest with you. You're being kind there, and I'll tell that to all the people in the chat. Because when I do my player ratings later on, I won't be so kind with Mr. Moyes. There's players at this club. There's players at this club who should be playing, like Alex Crowell, and I don't know. I don't know who signed him up, mate. I'm honest. And if Lanzini was injured today, Crowell,
what a strange signing that is.
it just makes no sense, mate. It just makes no sense to me.
And all the people that call him shit, you're entitled to your opinion, but we've not seen him play Premier League minutes this season. We've seen him play like 5-10 minutes. It's not enough, is it? Judge a player when he actually starts a game in the Premier League. He's not started a single.
I actually feel sorry for him, mate, in one way.
I do. He's a young boy as well. He's just come over from Czech Republic, seeing Souček and Soufal do really well, and he thinks this is my breakthrough into the Premier League football where I can actually hit off. And he's just sitting there rotting on the bench. I feel bad for him. I do. It looks like Koufal with a wig.
Yeah, well, to me, when I look at Crowell, it's sad, really. It really is. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. We're playing Leeds today. We want a high energy. That's what we want because they're going to be high energy. I'm not knocking Lanzini because Lanzini's been a great servant to West Ham, but this deep lining role, midfield, you can do that against the Norwiches, the Watfords, and get away with it. Not against a team like Leeds. And I think we just got found out today massively. It's one of them ones, though. It really is. Mitch, give us your final thought moving forward now. Obviously, we've lost. We're still fourth. Other teams have got games in hand on us. Man United next.
It's one of the ones where it's a weird one because of the situation with the whole COVID thing and the fact that teams are blagging postponements and shit. We will be looking at other clubs around us and seeing how they perform and hoping that the lower teams that they play will pick up points against them, like Villa done last night. And when Coutinho scored that goal, I was absolutely buzzing. I actually celebrated it. And I'm not the biggest fan of Villa, but when he scored that goal, I was buzzing. I thought, get in there, because I can't stand United. I can't stand United.
Yeah, but so was I, because I was thinking, oh, here we go. That's points dropped for them from a winning position. And then West Ham being West Ham, just go turn up today and think we've already won the game before we've even done it. And yeah, we got found out today. That's what we do.
James, is there any other games in the week on from Monday to Friday?
Well, Man United have got 2 games next week. They've got Brentford away, I think it is, and
away
then they've got
Brentford,
us. Yeah, they've got away,
that'll
and then they've got
that
will be interesting, mate. We need hopefully Brentford could do us a favour, but we shouldn't be asking for favours. Let me ask you this, Mitch. It's my final question before I let you go, son. Do we sign anyone before Man United next week? Yes or no?
What's the date? 7. X's podcast is coming out tomorrow. That'll be very interesting to hear about because there's been a lot of talks about that Courtney Hawes or House, whatever you pronounce his name. And apparently news will be breaking tomorrow about him.
I don't think he comes, mate. Not now. Not now they've lost Conta.
22nd. Yeah, I agree. You're right. 22nd. However, but this is the thing. Apparently, there might have been preliminary talks before that game anyway. So, if he's already in talks, and the fact he's a London boy from Goodmays, it's a possibility. And he knows he will be starting at the moment with Bonner out. So, and Moyes could guarantee him that. He could say.
What makes me laugh is what makes me laugh is we're going for a backup player from Aston Villa. This is West Ham United, and we should be going for top draw players.
James. Exactly. You're fucking bang on, and it infuriates me that we're looking at top 4 and top 6, and they're bending over backwards, going, "Let's look at these shit fucking 20 grand a week footballers."
Yeah.
And we want to go Champions League. Are you having a fucking laugh? We're looking at the same type. We're still looking at the same type of players now that we were fucking when Pellegrini was in charge.
We're looking at the same type of players, Mitch. When
we in the relegation zone.
Exactly. Bang on.
It makes some sense.
You're bang on the money there. We're looking at players to sort of try and save our season rather than progress our season. and
to
it's
save,
just
but
not.
to keep us at the level. I want us to play. I want to see players that are going to progress us and actually improve the team, not that fit into the team, improve us. I don't
Mm,
want players like these fucking championship players that looking decent this season. I get it; they could do well for us, but I want players that are going to smash it for us. I want like
mm.
the Rafinhas, the fucking exciting players that can actually come, like the Lingards, those kind of top quality players.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I really do. It's just gutting today. It really is. It really is. And yeah, we'll wrap it up
Sorry,
there.
I'll answer your question quickly. I don't think we'll sign anyone before the Man United game because that's on the 22nd. I think Moyes will leave it till last minute to get the signings in. I reckon it'll be two signings we'll sign.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think if we sign any more than two, then I can see ambition, but I think it'll be a standard two signings. Mitch, thanks for coming on tonight, mate. I know
Pleasure, mate.
you was going to come on the player ratings, but it's a bit late. But you've done this with me. I always appreciate your opinion. You might be flamboyant and express it in different ways to other people, but listen, at the end of the day, you're a West Ham fan. You express your opinion however way you like. I agree with some of the things you say. Some things I don't agree with, but you are right. I mean, you sort of on the same wavelength when it comes to signings, players, and performances. So yeah, top draw. Um, if you're new, Randy, and you like this content that I've been doing recently, and I've got some more coming up this week, please give me a like on the video and please subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. It helps me out. It really does. I'll be back in about half hour. I'll be doing a big player ratings with Lucas and Charlie Walsh. And I'll be giving my ratings. And I'll tell you what, be prepared because I'm going to go steam straight into a few of the players and Moyes. I think Moyes deserves a
Fucking
bit of
do it.
credit.
Go on, James. Go on, son.
No, I think Moyes deserves a bit of criticism tonight. I think because he should be doing his thing, and at the present, his stubbornness is the reason why we're not. So yeah, check that out
Like
on each one
stubborn
his own.
bloke, isn't he?
He's a very, very, very stubborn man, mate. The stubbornness don't pay. And to end it on this, right? Someone said to me a long time ago, I said it on my afterthought, and I'll say it on this. And I'll never forget what the comment said. It said, David Moyes is like the mafia. It takes a long time for you to get into his team. When you do, you get in it. Once you're in there for life. And that is what he's like. But he's got his favourites, and everyone else on the outside has to work until like he's a favourite of his.
And that
Now,
backs to Jermaine Defoe point I said about him
100%.
that he's very good at managing the first team players and not necessarily
Mm,
the outside players.
yeah, yeah. It's the. Do you know what, Mitch? Right, I'm gutted because every year, the last sort of 18 months, 2 years, I've seen West Ham go to that level, right? But I've also seen us come down that level,
Mm.
and it's not nice. And listen, I'm not asking West Ham to go out and pay £30 million for four players. I'm not. I'm not that deluded, right?
Mm.
But if West Ham cannot go and find certain players in our best moment in our Premier League era, then there is something drastically wrong. Why does no one want to come to this club? Why can't we loan players? Why can't we sign players? I do have an opinion on that, and I believe it all goes down to the board
Yeah.
slightly. I think the board are um, not going to reinvest in the squad because they're going to sell it in 2023, and I'm quite adamant on that. So for me, when I look at it, why would you go and put all your money into something when in a year's time you're going to be gone? And that's what I believe they're doing. They're waiting until 2023 comes. Daniel will buy them out, and it'll all be left on Daniel's shoulders to rebuild this squad and send us into a new
Yeah.
era at West Ham. That day cannot come quick enough for me. It really can't. I cannot wait. I will have the biggest party going right when they go because it upsets me that I see West Ham and we are doing great things, but if we don't get Champions League or we don't get Europe right this year, it's goodbye from Declan Rice. It's goodbye from Jared Bowen and all. I think Bowen. I think teams like Liverpool will come in for him and take him away from us. But I live in hope on that. I really do. And I'll leave it at that. But Mitch, thanks for coming on, mate. As I say, always a pleasure. You're a diamond. Thanks to everyone in the
Thank you,
chat.
James.
All the best, and catch me in 30 minutes because it's be a good one. All the best. Bye for now.
Take care, boys.
Peace.